want to switch career, so if you want to switch career, you need to take care of these topics in case of switching careers, and you should at least have one huge project that is done with microservices, not a basic one, but including all the components whatever there is there in microservices to project saying that this is what I have done. Especially nowadays, without Kafka, nobody is asked a question, especially people, lateral people, that is people with experience. Okay. Start only with Kafka, that's how it is. Okay, so you can very well proceed further for Spring Boot, and opportunities are there. Always it is there for Spring Boot microservices. You can very well start with that. Okay. Shall we proceed? Yeah. Shall we proceed for today? Any questions or anything from yesterday's session? Okay. So let us do a quick review, because Huma, you also asked for it. We'll just do a quick review and then we will start with today's topic. First, let me share the screen. Okay. So today's what and all we will see is like, these are the topics that we are going to see. First, we will do a quick review. I'll just go through it very fast. We will try to create a simple microservice. Now in this time, it's not book catalog service, it is going to be book info service. Guys, this book info service can be an aggregator service. Aggregator means what? A combination of two services. I can just have it. But based on the time we will do it, now we will start it with a simple service. This fellow is going to communicate to product catalog service. Okay, then how to do the communication, how to use REST template, and how to test the application. Then let us learn about gateway API. What is the purpose of gateway API? How to add gateway API in our application. Okay. Next is, after the break, we need to develop a web application. Developing a web application, what I would suggest is, it is not mandatory that you need to know the complete flow or everything. Anyways, I will explain. What I am trying to tell is, when you learn about Spring Boot, it is not mandatory that you need to know how to develop an MVC application completely. There are scenarios where they ask, whenever a request enters into a Spring Boot application, in a web application, where exactly it will hit. Of course, it will hit only the dispatcher servlet. Why I am repeatedly telling is, now I am seeing freshers and laterals, experienced people, they are learning how to create Spring MVC application, how to use time leaf. Nowadays, what I have seen is these are all now legacy projects, very old ones. Nobody is asking you to develop a MV web application using, what is it? Nobody is asking you to develop a web application completely using Spring. Very simple scenario. Nowadays, young kids don't prefer to have a mobile with a mouse, a wired mouse. Wired mouse means you cannot disconnect it at all. It's not using plug and play using USB. Nowadays, nothing is like connected. Everything is like plug and play. So same way, your application is a backend REST API, which is separate, front end is separate. They are communicating that way only. So whatever options I'm having over here, my mic, my mouse, my stylus, everything is plug and play. Right? It means that they are not connected to the laptop. I don't have to carry the whole set if I'm going out. I can just remove everything. I can carry my laptop. Same is the scenario for your charger also. Same way, do not waste your time just to do developing MVC application into detail using time leaf. But you should understand the flow, how an MVC application works with. Okay. Now, then we will test it in the browser. We'll have a Q&A session. And also I'll tell you what next. I'll tell about my coaching, how you can do it, and what are the topics that you need to cover if you want to develop a microservice application all by yourself. Okay, now quickly let me start it. Time up. So if you are having any doubt in between, please do ask me, stop me. Okay, first thing is, we started with microservice. What is microservice? It is an architectural style where you are decomposing one single application into a suite of smaller services. So in our case, we wanted to develop an e-commerce application. So we have done, for the last batch, we have done a nice e-commerce application. It's not exactly like what you are having it in Amazon, but at least we are trying to incorporate few components or few services. So in case of a microservice application, one single application is divided into a suite of multiple services. As in, I have a product catalog service, then I have a cart service, product info service, then user service. Whenever you are working with microservices, each service is self-contained, independent. It can, and it is running in its own process. The communication between microservice can be either using message-based APIs. That is, either it can be synchronous or asynchronous. If it is synchronous, then we will be doing as just like a remote procedure call. If it is an asynchronous communication, we will be using message-based APIs where we can use message brokers like Kafka or RabbitMQ. Okay. Now, in case of what is the difference between monolithic and microservice application? In case of monolithic application, the whole application itself is deployed as one single var or EAR or jar file. So this is the scenario that we have seen in case of microservices. Sorry, monolithic application. In case of microservice, each application is developed and deployed independently. The communication can be, one question was asked. Okay, how do the communication happens? Like what is the data that will be returned between two microservices? You all know it is JSON. But there is also one more thing. Like how do I tell I'm a client? I have to ask the microservice or the REST API to return some data. So guys, can you, if you have worked with the Spring or something, can you tell me what is that? How can I tell that? If you have worked with REST API, you would have known it. Any idea? See, I'm coming. See, assume that I'm running a shop. So you are coming to my shop to eat ice cream. So you suppose say you feel that you want to eat it in a cup or in a cone. But by default, whether you ask or not, I will give it only in a cup. But you want to have it in a cone or you want to have it in a bowl. So what you need to do explicitly, you need to tell me in which form you want, right? Same way, as a client, if you are calling a REST API, if you want the data that has to be returned in the form of XML or JSON or text or any other format, then you need to do content negotiation. That is an important thing. This also is being asked as a question. How do the client tell the microservice like what I want this? So that is called as content negotiation. Is it okay to switch off the mic? Mute all. Okay. Yes, fine. Now, whenever, what is the difference? Microservices, it is maintainable, monolithic, non-maintainable, large code base, and fault tolerance is very difficult in case of monolithic application. Every time you need to redeploy your application. In case of microservices, that is not the scenario. And while working with microservices, you need a service registry where you register all your services to a service registry. The service registry, what we have used is Eureka. There are scenarios where people use their own in-house registries, or you can use Zookeeper, or you can also use Console. Okay, so these are few registries. And whenever you are creating a microservice, it has to register itself to the Eureka service registry. Enable discovery client is just to inform that I am visible, so that it is visible for other microservices. So this is the part. Now, what we have completed is we have done this catalog service. What actually will be really interesting is, in what we usually do is, I create a microservice, I connect it to the database. Means it's not a simple microservice like whatever, I mean, it's not a static set of data. You should have all the components included, like one to one, one to many, a proper product, whatever properties it is having, you need to include all that. Next is, it is not that one single service you will be running. You need to run multiple instances of the same service. Just like you say, object, what when you talk about an object is an instance of a class. Employee is a class. Many people are sitting there. So they are all actually instances. So similarly, you can run multiple instances of the same service. The purpose of it is only for load balancing. Then we discussed about what is the purpose of config server, then what is load balancing, then how to use gateway API, then how to work with declarative client, which is OpenFin. Then other than that, like what else? How to do tracing using Zipkin, and Elasticsearch, how to work with ELK, Elasticsearch, logging, and Kibana. Kibana is a dashboard which will actually completely give you an UI, a pictorial representation of how your microservice is working. This Zipkin also has a dashboard which says that it provides tracing from which one to which one you have gone, where you have gone, how the flows, the complete stuff is given by Zipkin. Okay, so this is all of these are all the components which you need to know. Knowing alone is not enough. You should not do it as basic examples. When you are creating a simple application, when you are creating it as an application, as in it can be an e-commerce application, it can be an employee management application, it can be in booking an appointment with a doctor, those kind of application. So it is mandatory that include all the components. One thing I missed, what is that? Fault tolerance, which is also very important. Okay, so this is what we were discussing. Now, already we have created product catalog service. Now let us go and create product info service. Okay, what is the difference between these two? Any doubt? Hmm. Okay, what is the difference between these two? In case of product catalog service, it is like an end service which is connecting to the database. Okay, which is connecting to the database. It means that I don't want to everybody to access my product service directly, product catalog service directly. So I will create a replica of product catalog service, which is going to be product info service. Whoever wants to get the data, it is something like when I go to a restaurant, you cannot go and connect to the chef directly. There is an intermediary that who is the guy who will just come and give your orders. Like he will take the orders, he will come and deliver the food to you on the table. Same way, this product info service will be similar to product catalog service, but the only thing is it is not connected to the database. It is just a simple service which is having the required methods. Maybe in product catalog, I will have add, update, delete because we are connecting with the database. But in case of product info, I am not going to have those kind of methods because it is admin specific. Maybe I will create one other and connect it. Product info is for the user. When the user wants to get all the products, he will connect to product info. From product info, this fellow will connect to product catalog. Product catalog will return the data. This will return the data back to the user. So this is how it works. Now we are going to create product info. But what I told was, we can have one more service, maybe a rating service or an inventory service or a pricing service where I want to provide discount, some service. So this fellow will connect to these two and get the consolidated data and return it to the user. That way, if time permits, I thought we will do it. Okay, now to start with, let us create product info service. People who are comfortable with, please mute your mic, no? Yeah. People who are comfortable with working yesterday, I'll just tell you the steps. You can start following it. First is we need to create a Spring Starter project. And yeah, Spring Starter project. Let us have it as product-info-service. Then again, in pom.xml, you need to add discovery client, Lombok, then web as dependency. Then you need to add configuration details in the XML file. That is, you need to have application.yaml. Then fourth one, actually one more thing also. I'm interested to tell more. One subtle part also in this, I will just show you how to use actuator. Application.yaml. Then we'll start working with the code. Okay, create the model class, package, or blah blah, everything will come. So let us get started. Please do it together with me. Sorry. Let it open. Yesterday, few of you had problem with the microservice. Have you all got the output? Prakash, you got the output?
No, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Guys, let it open. Let us just check his machine and come back because yesterday he was just trying it out continuously. Please do share the screen. Wait, I will give you the option to share the screen. On sharing options, all participants. Yeah. You can share your screen, please. Okay, first import optional. Shift Control O. Keep the cursor in the interface. Just give Shift Control O. It's not imported.
Yes, ma'am.
Why?
Okay, ma'am.
Keep the cursor. Shift Control O. Now give, no, move the cursor, please. Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Open the imports. Please open the import on the top. Line number 3. Line number 3. In the code, line number 3. So it's imported. So there is some special character or something. Please delete it. Delete the parameter and type it out.
Which line, ma'am?
In line number 11, delete that parameter int product ID and type it out. Wait a minute. Actually, there is one option where I can allow you, ask you to share my screen. There is one special character in line number 11. Can you see that? Maybe Prakash, we will do it later. What I mean, my this is also open. During the break time, I will check your errors. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let us get started. File new Spring Starter project. File new Spring Starter project. Let me give the application name as product Spring Book app. No, product app hyphen info hyphen service. So I want everybody, please do it together with me. One simple mistake also, it takes so much of time for you to debug. Type is Maven, packaging is jar, Java version 21, language is Java. Here it is going to be again com dot product app. Product info. And package name, let me change it to com dot product info. Yes. Click next. Now we need to select Spring Web. Then
Ma'am,
discover
package will be
which one type.
com.product package
A
com.product.
package is com.product info. And yesterday I saw you, few of you have selected Gradle. Please be very careful. Please select Maven. Maven has pom.xml. It is easier for us to just see what are all the dependencies. Java version also, be very careful with the Java version. By default, it will show 17. You need to select 21. Okay, click next. The dependencies are web, Lombok, then discovery client. Just type Eureka, select discovery client and click finish. And now already we are having two applications which are there. Now what you can do is like open, you don't have to, guys, few pointers like based on what I have observed yesterday, let me just tell you. So there is a green button. It means that to run the application, you all know that. There is a red button. This is to terminate the application. But we are working with Spring REST APA. So in this case, you cannot continuously click on the green button. You need to stop and relaunch your application. So either you select this one. Now none of the applications are running, so it is all disabled. Or come down, here you are having local, open local. Whatever applications that you have created will be shown over here. Select that application, right click, you are having restart. That's it. Now it will start. You can see the red buttons, right?
Ma'am,
In
how
that
can
button,
you open boot? Sorry, ma'am. How can you open boot dashboard?
on the top, can you see? Here.
Yeah.
So click on that.
Okay.
Yeah, please do ask questions. This is good so that like everybody also get to know. Now see.
Madam, Eureka Discovery Client only, right? We need
Yes,
to
yes.
select.
Eureka Discovery Client, the Lombok Web, 3 dependencies. Okay. Now, guys, what happens is sometimes when I'm asking them to start, suddenly if you are going and starting from here, if the application is already running, the port number will be occupied. It will give you a error exception. Number 1. Number 2, whenever if you are completing a REST API, I am asking you to relaunch means they will directly go and click here. Don't do that. You don't know which application you are restarting. Click on the small arrow, the triangle which is next to it. Click on it. Whatever applications you are having, everything will be listed down. Choose the application that you want to restart. Okay, so that you need to remember. Directly, if we click on this, we don't know which application is there. So it will just randomly select the application and run it. So select product info service, catalog service. Yeah.
Yeah, one doubt. In which case we need to use Eureka Discovery Client and Eureka Server?
Eureka server is only one. It is the registry. Okay, all the other microservices has to register to this particular server. So you create only one single registry. Rest of the whatever you are creating, other things are all microservices.
Okay. Those are discovery, right?
Those are 1 minute, sorry. Guys, sorry for the trouble here. See, only one registry we will create. To this registry, whatever services you are creating, like product service, then info service, card service, all these are microservices. I want my microservice to be registered to the service registry. So I need to use discovery client. All the services will have discovery client. Only for Eureka registry, Eureka server. Got it?
Yeah, got it. Thank you.
Now, till what we have done. So, okay. So now let me open the second catalog service. I want to run it. So here, if it is available for you, select it. Or here also that green button next to that small arrow, click on it. I'm having it product app catalog service started. Now both the services are up and running. Here, if I click on it, you will be seeing all the services listed down. So which one you want to open, you have to go click on this arrow and then start. Randomly, if you click this, you don't know which one will start. Whatever is on the top, that alone will be restarting again and again. Okay, now let our application we have started with. Okay, what are the steps that we are going to do? First is we need the model class. Just like how you are having in your catalog service, you need a product class. So what I will do is, I'll scroll down to this one. Okay. You can copy paste it and modify it, but be very careful about the package name. So it's better that first is open it, select src main Java, select your package, right click new class, com.product.info.model. Class name is product. Click finish. You can directly copy the model package as well and add it here. But remember to rename the package. So that is why I created it. Now what I will do is I will copy the content from there. Whatever we are having here, you will copy it and add it to this product.
Ma'am, can you go a little slow, please? I cannot.
Sure. How much you have completed, tell me.
I went in the product app info service and should I go in the,
Okay. Have you created the class?
no,
Created. Create a package first. Select src main Java.
okay,
Click
and right click new,
new class.
okay.
Okay. Here, your package name should be product app com.info. Product info will be there. Together with that, add dot model. Okay. Then give the class name as product. Have you added it?
Yes.
Now copy the properties. From the previous, okay, you don't have to copy it. I will share it now. Chat. Now I have shared it. Then shift control O. Import it. For importing, keep the cursor in the class, shift control O. Did we add Lombok? Did I add Lombok?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I have added it, but still.
Yeah.
Okay, that's okay, fine, not an issue. Later on, we'll check what is the problem. Lombok is added, it is also imported. Still, it is giving me some issue. That's
It is
okay, fine.
loading for you, I think, still something loading.
Okay, maybe later on we will check that error part. We will complete it. Now I will tell you what are the steps that you need to do. Model is ready. Let us create the skeleton first. Please create the controller class. New right click class. It should be in controllers package. See, going forward, if you are very comfortable, you can do this fast. But now we are starting. So to avoid confusion, first we will create the skeleton. Controllers. Class name is product info controller. Click finish. Annotated with @rest controller. And we will have request mapping by passing, which has to be similar to the previous one. I think we gave it as this controller, whatever we have given, similar to that. Catalog service here I have given. So now in this case, let us have it as info-service/v1. Okay. Now similar to this, let us create the I will first explain it using a pictorial representation, then we will come back to this coding part. Let us create the service layer. Select your package, right click, new interface. Huma, have you done? Don't bother about the annotations. We will do it later on. Just create the skeleton.
Ma'am, I am so confused with these things. I think I am not able to pop up. Maybe
Why?
I'm
What
getting
is the confusion? Tell me.
the thing is when you are making the skeletons, there are so many classes and I'm getting confused.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
the packages.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I will just explain it for everybody. Just to have a look. See, any Spring Boot application that you are having will have a path. First is controller. Then you will have service. Then you will have repository. Okay. Means based on what application you are working with, you need to give the appropriate package name. Other than that, you will have model. Now, what is the purpose of it? So now in our case, we gave it as com.productapp.controller. Then we gave com.productapp.service, productapp.repository, productapp.model. What is the flow? How exactly it will go? Remember, repository is the end part, which is going to connect to the database. So you will create only one single interface alone. As in, if I'm working with product info, I need to create it as product info repository. This is what we will be creating. Okay, this is the end part. What is the purpose of model? Model package will have all the domain classes in your application. If you are working with cart class, if you are working with user class, if you are working with billing class. So those things will be available in this particular model package. Is this clear? Now coming to the service layer. Always remember, you cannot write the classes directly. You need to have an interface and implementation class. So in the service package, we will create the interfaces product info service. Okay, and we will have the corresponding implementation class, product info service IMPL. I'll tell you what is the purpose of everything. And again, as usual in the controller, we are going to have only one single class, product info controller. Is this clear, Huma, till this part?
Yes, ma'am.
Means this is how it is. It's called as a layered architecture. You cannot, if you see in certain places, directly they will be calling the repository, from the main class calling the repository, not at all. This is how it will go. What is the purpose of each one? Repository, connect to the database. Perform database specific operations. That is the purpose of repository. Service, do business logic. What is the meaning of business logic? Anyways, this fellow is going to give the data. My work is just to give it back to the controller. What is that I will do? I can do sorting. I can do pagination. I can limit the data. Suppose some 100 employee details are coming in. I will just get only 50 employee details and send it to the controller. Or in that employee, I will get only the employee name. So those kind of business logic can be done in this particular service layer. This service layer, from suppose I want to get data from my database. I want to connect to other microservice. How will you connect to other microservice? From where will you connect it? This also I'm telling, my dear guys, I have seen in many places, they call it from the controller. No, not at all. Controller is like a security. Whatever request comes in, it will come and hit the controller. Okay. In the request, I will get, please give me the products by category. Please give me one product by ID. Please give me all the products. Like that it is coming. This controller will never ever do any work in any place. Like the security's purpose is to guard the office. He is not going to do the coding part. What he is to do, whenever a request comes in, he will send that particular person to the service layer. Okay, I hope you can understand it. The service layer is responsible for doing all the business logic. What are the business logics? Sorry, I told you that. What are the things other than that it can do? From the service layer, you can connect to the repository. One. The other one is from the service layer only, you will be connecting to other microservices. Can you understand? What I'm trying to repeat is, do not call the microservice from controller. When I started, I also did like that. I'm telling in 10 years before, like when I started the coding, I used to call the other microservice from product info. It is completely wrong. You need to create a service implementation. Within the implementation class, you need to call the other microservice. Will it not work if I write it in a controller? It will work perfectly fine. But that is not the right approach. So, yeah.
But
Yeah.
what about repository?
Repository, what is the purpose of repository? Just to connect to my own database, I'm using repository. Repository will not connect to any other microservice. Do you
Okay.
understand what I'm saying? This repository, okay, I'll tell you a very simple scenario. Assume this is same product info service we are having. Same thing, we are doing product info. Assume I'm having product info service. So the request comes from the client to product info service. From product info service, we are coming to product info service IMPL. This is controller, okay, controller. Then I do have product info repository also, which is going to connect to the database and return list of products. Some data it is going to return. This is what I know. But now in my application, what I want is, when a request comes from the client wants the details about all the products by category. So what product info controller has to do? It has to send the request to product info service. Now what info service will do? It will send the request to product info repository. Okay, now I am having category. By category, I am getting all the products. So I'm sending by category. This fellow is going to return the list of products. Now I am getting all the products over here. After that, what I want is, I want to add reviews. Every product, I have got list of products. So for that, there is one other microservice. Assume we have created a separate microservice, which is like a reviews or ratings microservice. In this microservice is also having a controller. It is having a service. It is having a repository. What will be the table here? In this case, the table will have the ID, product ID 1, rating 4, product ID 2, rating 9, product ID 3, rating 7. Likewise, this is one single microservice. Now what I want is, when I'm returning it to the client, I need to provide the product details together with the reviews. So what this info service will do? After getting the list of products by category, for each ID, 1 ID, what is there? 1, 2 ID, what is there? 3 ID, what is there? It has to get all the reviews. Now what the product will have? Product will have name, price, ID, what is that? Brand, category plus ratings. All combined together, it is going to create an object, then create a list of objects. It will return it back to the controller. Now the controller will return it back to the client. I hope you can understand. I am a microservice. If I want to get the data for myself, I can get it from my own repository. If I want to get the data from some other microservice, I can get it from the other microservice also. Where will I write the logic? The logic should be written only in the service implementation class. The repository purpose is to connect to the database. That fellow will not connect to any other application because this is an interface. Okay, I hope it is clear. Now in our application, we don't have the repository. We have service implementation, we have controller. So is this clear, everybody? Yeah, can I proceed?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So now what we have done is, first we have created the controller. We need the product class, so we created the product class also. Now we need to create the interface and the implementation class. Okay, let me just so first is product info controller. We have created the skeleton. Now I need is product info service and service implementation. We will create the skeleton. Okay. Product info service. This is the interface and this is the implementation class. Now, what actually you guys are going to do, let me just tell you. Now a request comes here. From here, it is coming here. From this implementation class, I need to call the other microservice. Where will you hit the microservice? Whenever a request comes in, where it is coming and hitting, it is hitting the controller. Here also this microservice will come and hit this controller. Okay, this is our product catalog controller. Okay, so that is why what I told is first we will create the skeleton, then we will add the methods, then we will write the logic. So we have created the skeleton, we have created the controller class. Now quickly let us create the interface and implementation. Okay. So it is I product info service. Now, what are the methods that I want? I assume that I want all the three methods. Get all, get by category, then get by ID. So let me add all the three methods. If you guys can do, you copy it from the previous one. Get all product info.
Ma'am, I have a question. Like, why we are again writing the same code, same product info, and like same product class?
That's what I told. Like there is an application which is connected to the database. So I don't want to expose that directly to the end client. So we are creating a similar service which is not going to connect to the database.
It
See,
is like data transfer object.
kind of. It's not a complete data transfer object. Every microservice, when it is returning a data, it has to create a data transfer object. But
Yes.
this is a microservice which will only be exposed to the end users and other microservices. We will not be touching the catalog service. Okay, in a real application, it will be like that. Or what we have to do, so no, like if or what we will do, like see here, that will become very simple. So that is why I didn't want to go into it. Suppose
Okay,
say,
so yeah, we can create another model class and map that all the value and send that, like in same microservice.
the same microservice. See,
Yes.
or else what you have to do, you will have a product catalog service. So when people want to explain, how do they explain it? They simply create a user service and call the product catalog service from the user service. Is it correct? Not at all. Why? Because user service has to deal only with user related stuff. From the end client, I will connect to product info to show the list of products. From product info, this fellow will connect to product catalog and get the data. It is an intermediary service. You may feel the methods are same, but actually it is not. Why?
Yes, understand.
Understood. No, in case of product catalog service, you will be having, my dear guys, so many methods. The methods like get by product category, get by category and price, get by brand and price, get by features, get by description. All methods and update product, add product, delete product. So many methods are available. What I want to expose to the client, that alone we will have in product info service. This product info service has to get data from product catalog and some other service, maybe a rating service or a discount service or an inventory service. We can have an inventory service. What is the purpose of inventory service? Product catalog is returning, I'm having a mobile object. So it is returning mobile, laptop, pen, crayons. Now what I want is, I cannot return it to the client. I should check whether the inventory is available or not. So we can have one other service called as product inventory service. So product info will connect with, I hope you can understand this, what I'm trying to tell. Product info will check with both the services, whether it is available or not. This is my catalog. In my catalog, I have got 1 mobile, 2 laptop, 3 pen. Now this, when the client is asking for the products, list of products, what I need to do? I am having product info service. It has to return the complete products. That is okay, fine. Whether the stock is available or not, I need to inform, right? When you see the products in the bottom, you have stock available, out of stock. You're seeing it, right? So this info service has to connect to catalog and also has to connect to inventory service. What is the purpose of inventory service? This fellow also will have its own database. ID number 1, inventory, what is the stock? 20, ID number 2, 0, ID number 3, 1. Now, when the product info service is requesting for data out of stock or stock, whether the stock is available, then return only 1 and 3. I'm not bothered about whether stock is available or not. Then it has to return all the 3. So this info service is not a replica of the same, but it may connect with multiple services and return the final output. Got it? I hope it is clear.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So that's why like we can have it as get all product info, then get product info by category. String category. And the last method is get by ID. Get info by ID in product ID. If you want, like you can have it as also get product info by ID. Import product. Shift Control O. Create the implementation class. Right click new class. Select your package. Right. What's happening? Right click new class. Product info service IMPL. And it is implementing product info service. Now the methods are implemented. Save all. Okay. Okay. So I hope it is clear till now. Like we have created product info controller, info service, service implementation. Okay. And this class should be, few of you yesterday forgot it. Please remember to add service annotation. Okay. What next? If I am having a database or if I am going to connect to a database, what will you do? You will add a in reference of that interface and you will send the request to the interface, auto wire it and you will call it. Correct or not? Now in this case, I don't have an interface at all. I don't have a database at all. So how will you handle it? What is that we are going to do? First, we will not touch the controller. Let us complete the info service implementation. Now, from here, call the catalog service. Okay, how do you call the catalog service? How do you call the catalog service? Using REST template. Call the microservice synchronously using REST template. Okay. So it means what? I need an object of REST template. So how do we create an object of REST template? Yes. REST template is an inbuilt class. Yeah.
Yeah, we can create that REST template object and inject that.
Yeah, very good. So you can create it as a bean. Yeah.
Yes.
So where do we do it? In the main class. Okay, go to the main class. In the main class, let us add a bean definition. Add bean. This console will come again and again.
Can we create a separate configuration class for that injecting the bean?
Yes, you can do that. Actually, this is a very simple application. When you are working with data, if you are adding security, you cannot add the authentication bean and everything here, right? So the better approach is create a config package, create a configuration class and add the bean, REST template bean. Okay, so you can do that as well. Okay. REST template. Why are we adding it here? Because this class also is by default annotated with that at configuration. This Spring Boot application is a combination of Spring Boot configuration, enable auto configuration and component. If you click on enable auto configuration, you will have configuration annotation as a part of it. Inside this.
Now, to provide beans, we need to have at component, I think.
Okay, for what will you use at component and for what will you use at bean? Guys, yes?
For inbuilt classes, we are using.
Excellent. For inbuilt classes, we can, okay, what is the purpose of at component? I'm telling Spring, I'm not creating an object. It is better that you create an object for me. So if you're annotating your class with at bean, sorry, at component or at service, at rest controller, at controller, these are all stereotype beans. Spring framework will automatically create an object for all these classes. But there are few inbuilt classes, like I want to use password encoder. I want to create an object of REST template. I want to create an object of authentication bean, security filter chain. How do I create it? They are all inbuilt classes. If I want an object of a particular class, I cannot go and add a component above that class because they are all inbuilt. So that is why they came with Java-based configuration. See, people learn Java-based configuration as such. Remember the purpose of Java-based configuration. That is, you are creating a separate class that is annotated with that configuration, right? What is the purpose of it? I am telling Spring, you please create an object of this particular inbuilt class. I cannot create it. You may be wondering, why can I use new REST template in the controller class or in the service class directly? If you do that, later on when an exception occurs, it is very difficult to debug. In case of Spring, in the dependency, the link should be proper. From first to one, if it is a chain, till the end, the link should be connected properly. Okay, now let us create the REST template object. Return new REST template. That's it. Okay, there is one more annotations to be added. First, we will see what is the error we are getting. Then we will come and add it over here. So my REST template is ready. Okay, whatever I am adding, I'm just copy pasting it. If you are finding it time, it is taking time for you to type means you can copy paste it. Now let us get started with these methods. What is the first step? From here, call the catalog service. So what do we need? We need an object of REST template. We have created an object of REST template. Now we need to auto wire it. At auto wired REST template. REST template. Good. Now, how do we call the methods of the other microservice? So, okay, let me quickly explain it. Here first I will explain and then we will go there. Now this is the microservice, the other microservice. In that microservice, I am having a URL. So how did we call it? http://localhost:8081/ the service name, like catalog-service /v1/catalog. This is the URL that I need to call. This is actually, we are having a method that is annotated with at get mapping. The method is get all. What is the return type? The return type is list of product. So if the return type is a list, how will I call it? If the return type is a response entity, how will I call it? Both you need to understand. Okay. Okay. Now, and again, here it can be get mapping, put mapping, post mapping, and so many things, right? Now, we are going to call this method using REST template. In case of REST template, it has got many methods. Dot, I can use get for object. What is this get for object? Get means the method is using get mapping. Get for object means the return type is a simple list. Again, I'm repeating, if it is a simple list, it is only the data. But I want the data, status, and header. In that case, the return type should be response entity. So how will you give REST template dot get for entity? When you give get for entity, the return type here will be a response entity object. Guys, please, I hope you can understand this. I will repeat it. This is my product info service. In product info service, Using REST template, I need to make an API call to the other microservice. What are the methods available? Based on the HTTP method you are using, you need to use the appropriate method. Here we are having get mapping, put mapping, post mapping, delete mapping. Now, how will I call it? So for each method, there are two types. One is get for object, the other one is get for entity. When will you use get for object? If the microservice is returning the data directly, use get for object. If the microservice is returning a response entity, then use get for entity. If you are calling get for object, the return type will be same as that of this method. If the method is get for entity, the return type is response entity. I cannot print it directly. What should I do? I have to explicitly get the body part of the request. So the method is response entity dot get body. That will return the list. Here automatically it will return the list. Okay. Similar to get for object, you are having post for object, post for entity. Similarly, you are having put method, delete method. Okay. Let us check it out. I hope you can understand. This is my info service, this side. This side is catalog service. I need to pass the URL and I need to call it. Yes. Now see here, let us come to the first method. We will do it step by step, slowly. Let me call it as REST template dot get for object. See here, get for object, get for entity. If it is get for object, see the return type. The return type is T. If you are sending list, the data with return type will be list. If you are sending string, the return type will be string. If you are sending book, the return type will be book. But if you are using get for entity, if you are using that, the return type will be a response entity of T, response entity of list of product, response entity of product, like that. Now in our case, there it is list only. So we will be using get for object method. Similar to that, you are also having post for object, post for entity, post for location, post for object. Post for location is an interesting thing if I want to get the location. Okay, then similarly, put doesn't have object and all. See here, patch for object. What is the difference between put and patch? Any idea? Put and patch.
Put will update complete object and patch will update the partial object. Like if you want to update some of the fields, not the complete object.
Okay, excellent. So what is the method that I will use? Then I cannot use save method, right? You remember at update annotation? We
Yes,
have learned that there are many annotations available, many queries available. So you directly, if you give save, what will happen? It will save that object directly, right? I mean, what I'm saying is, it will create a new object and it will save it. If I want to update part of it alone means, then I can use an annotation called as at update. That is a specific query. I will share it in the group. You can just later on go through that. Yeah, very good. So now we will use get for object. Select the last one. 3 methods are there. Select the last one. The first parameter is the URL. The second parameter is the response type. Third parameter is data type. Okay. Now, what is the method that I need to call? Let me save all. I'm just going to close all the other files. Right click, close others. And I will open product catalog also. Not catalog service. Controller. Okay. So please see here. Now what I want is, I want the base URL from actual, technically I am supposed to call it like this. So see here, string URL is equal to, I need to pass the complete URL within quotes. Okay, this is how I have to give. String URL is equal to catalog service / product catalog, this one, the first one, for the first one. For the second one, get by category. What is the method get by category? Here I am having it. End this shift to home, Control C. Here I can write it as string URL is equal to Control V.
How did split screen?
Which one?
Screen split.
I pull it like this. Actually, like suppose say I'm having it.
Okay.
You can pull it and take it, like it will come. Like there.
Yeah.
So for the second one also I have added. We will modify it. First, I'm just copy pasting the URL for all the three methods. And for the third one, we will modify everything, but just first let us copy it. Okay, these are the three URL. So for us, first case, if you notice, number one, we should never hard code the values. Number two, we should not repeat the code again and again. You all know reusability and all that stuff, right? So from this point till this point, if you notice, everywhere it is the same. Till product catalog, this also. So what we can do is above, just to go and add string base URL equal to, within quotes, you copy this URL completely. I hope you all can understand. I have a base URL which is common for all the REST endpoints. So this is my product catalog service here. Catalog service / product catalog / product catalog / product catalog. So that is why, my dear guys, they have told that the naming convention should be proper. If you go to Swagger, they have given an example using pet cleaning. Pet cleaning. There also, if you notice, the URL will be same /pet/pet/pet. Meaning to say that the naming convention for any REST API or any microservice should be the plural of your domain model. If your domain model is product, it should be products. If your domain model is book, it should be books. In our case, we are having a catalog. We are having multiple microservices. So I have given it as product catalog. Even you can give hyphen in between, but then it will become too much. So I have not added that. So what we can do is, we have got the base URL. Now what I can do, I don't need this line. For this, the URL itself, it is the same. Here both are same only, na? I will delete it. REST template.get for object. The first parameter is the URL. So I need to pass base URL. Base URL. What about the second parameter? The return type. What it is going to return? It returns a list. So let me have it as list.class. L capital. Okay. And what about the third parameter? If at all you want to send some values to the backend, then you can use the third parameter. But in our case, we don't have any. You don't have to pass it also. Why? Whenever a method is having 3 parameters, it is mandatory that I need to pass it, right? It is Java, my dear guys. In JavaScript, you don't have to pass all the 3 parameters. If I want to pass one, I can pass one, or else I can leave everything. But here, I'm having the third parameter. But this whereas, it's not mandatory that you need to pass the value. So we will remove this, the last one. That's it. Okay. The return, what is the return type of get for object?
Can you explain again why we don't need to pass the last parameter?
The last parameter, what it is expecting is some values that you want to send it in the URL.
Okay.
So here, this is the third method that we need to do. So here, see, this is the URL, the response type, and the variables that you want to send it to the next, to the microservice. In our case, we don't have any values that we want to send to the microservice. So what we can do, we don't have to pass it. This is a varargs, variable argument list, ... Means it's like an array. The
So
array size is,
this can be used to pass the category value of sports.
yes, you can pass it, or you can append it in the URL itself. That is the right way. You can append it in the URL and you can send it.
Okay. Okay.
So the return type, see the return type of this, it is list of, here, the return type is list. Now, I will get it. And if you're handling exception, if you're adding a header, all that can be done over here. List of product. Adding the header, sorry, you need to do it in the controller. Products is equal to, and now return products. That's all. Similarly, okay, now coming to the next case. In the next case, I will have to append category and sports. So what we will do is till this part. You all can see till this product catalog, it is base URL. So I can give it as base URL plus or dot concat, pass this category within quotes. The slash category is a part of the URL. I hope you can understand. Localhost colon 8081 category till this part, it is the URL itself. See, product catalog slash category slash, now I need to give sports. I hope you can understand. Till this, it is a part of the URL. So mine is till product catalog slash category slash. Now I have to append sports. How to do that? This is the value coming from through category. So I can give it in this way. Dot concat by passing category. This is the base URL. Next, I can directly return it also. Return the same line, return rest template for get for object.
We need to pass the sports as a category
Yes,
value.
here I have passed.
Concat category. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
This is the value that is coming from the controller. From the client to the controller, from the controller, it is reaching this parameter. From the parameter, I
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, got it. Thank you.
Return get for object base URL list.class. This is also the same. Not base URL, sorry, URL. Correct? URL. The whole URL, what we need, we have passed it. The next method. So here also like string URL is equal to base URL dot concat. Here I need to concat product ID. Product ID. And now I cannot use dot concat because it is numeric value. So plus product ID. Okay. This one is the value that is coming from there. Maybe we can have it as prod ID. Just to differentiate, I have given it prod ID. And now return rest template dot get for object string URL. What about the second parameter in this case?
Product.class.
Yeah, excellent. Product.class. One single value. See the return type get for object, automatically it is showing product. So please understand, from the service layer, we are calling the backend microservice, not from the controller. There is one more problem over here. Here we have given hard-coded value. Is it the right approach? No. Rather, because they are all within a microservice ecosystem, they have registered themselves to the microservice registry. What you can do? You can directly take the name of the other microservice. So go to application.yaml of catalog. Go to application.yaml of catalog. Copy the name, whatever name you have given. Do not type it. Please do not type it. Without our knowledge, we would have made some mistake. Instead of hyphen, underscore, or product prod, or spelling in catalog. So just copy it. Whatever name you are having, just copy it. Come back. Instead of localhost colon 8081, just pass the application name.
For us, it is asking for casting for product in the get product info by ID.
See the return type. The return type should be product.
Yeah, it is product only.
It should,
Still
so
it is asking
here you have given product.class.
No, I have given list.
That's the reason. Here now this time we are getting only one single product. So you need to, you don't have
Yes,
to.
sure.
Yeah, hi ma'am. Why it is dot class here return type?
Which one? This is a class object. So get for object, it is taking parameters. No. See the data type, class type. What is the
Okay.
class type that you are returning?
Okay.
See, capital class means by default, this is a class in Java. It is from java.lang package. Suppose say when I'm serializing, like this comes in serialization. In Java itself, we just tell that. Assume I'm having an employee class. I have serialized and I'm having the employee object. Now you are trying to deserialize it. You are trying to deserialize it and convert it into a student. It will give you an error because what I am sending you is an employee. You are trying to convert it into a student.class. To avoid the runtime exception, during the writing code time itself, you are telling what type of class you are expecting. So that is the reason. Okay. So guys, now we have completed the implementation class properly. Those who have not completed, I'll just copy paste the code and add it in the chat window. Remember to change the name of your application. Remember to change the name of your application here. Product-catalog. Please do not copy my name. You'll have to go there and copy the name that you have given. Okay, please do that. Now, after you have completed, now we will come reverse back. So we have completed this microservice, like using REST template, we have completed it. We have to go one level back. Product info controller, then product info service implementation. From here, jumping to other microservice. Jump to other microservice. Here, we are running product catalog controller. This fellow is connecting to product catalog service. This fellow is connecting to product details. Okay. So these are two different microservices. This is one microservice where the flow is like this. Controller to service to details. Details returning the data back. Returning the data
Yes,
back.
static data.
Yes.
Static data that we had.
Exactly. The static data. Now when it is coming back, it will be returned back to the client. Back to the service implementation. Now from here, we will send it back to the controller. The client will call only this controller. So how are we going to test it? You can test this separately. If you call 8081, you are calling this service. If you are calling 8082, you are calling this service. Remember, this fellow is not doing any work. He is getting the data from the other service and giving it back to you. Got it? Okay. Now quickly we will just add that controller part. Go to the controller. Now we need to add 3 methods. So what you would do is,
But have we added the YML file for this?
no, we have to, yet to.
Yeah.
Yet to. Oh, you don't have to type it. We will copy paste it and we will modify it.
Yeah, I think I got confused. You mentioned the port name, na? That is why I thought that.
Which one? I didn't get you.
You mentioned the port name for this one. Product info service.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I told that we will be using this port number.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Now open product info controller. We need the methods. So copy it from here. Copy the methods from service package. Okay, I am sharing the methods that has to be added in the controller. And also I have added the code of product info service implementation. Enter. That's all. Now above each method, just like you have added in catalog controller, we are just going to add it here. Here. Okay, what is the first one? Let us add get mapping annotation. Add get mapping within parenthesis / info product info. Okay. And now what should I do? From this controller, that's what we have seen. From this controller, I need to call my own service. So what should I do? what should I do here? From my controller, I need to call the other microservice. So what should I do?
Auto wire service.
Yeah, that's all. At auto wired and have private I product info service. Info service. And return info service dot get all product info. Now maybe we can have it as view info by category and view info by ID. These are all just to differentiate it, like that's all, nothing big. Now here again, first is let us add at get mapping / product info / category / within curly braces category path variable. B lowercase. So let us add at path variable annotation. Oh, sorry, path variable. And simply return info service dot get product info by category by passing category. At get mapping so here also is your choice, like whether you want to use path variable or request param. Because it is a microservice, I prefer to use only request param. Sorry, path variable. Use request param if you are working as a front end. Product ID / within curly braces product ID. And add at path variable annotation. Return info service dot get product info by ID by passing product info. So when the client wants to connect to this microservice, he'll come and hit the controller. This controller, so it is coming and hinting the controller. Where it will go? When I click this, it will go to the service implementation. From this implementation class, you are making an API call to the other microservice, which is having the list of products. Any questions? So how the URL looks like for this?
Can you repeat one more time?
Yeah, sure. Now, in this case, whenever a request comes in, it comes and hits this particular controller, product info controller. From this controller, we are connecting to the service layer. Means somebody is asking me something, from mine, I'm entering into this service implementation. In this service implementation, we don't have a database. So directly from here, we are calling the other microservice. The other microservice will return the data when it is coming back. So when I'm calling this means what? I am connecting to some other microservice, getting the data back, which comes back. It comes as products. Now I am getting the products and I'm returning it to the controller, to this info controller. Again, let me just show it as a proper pictorial representation. Now we have created two microservices. One is product catalog. So here I'm having a controller. Let me have it as catalog controller, catalog service, and product details. So here how we did this. So this is one separate REST API, like a proper REST API, which is running in port number 8081. So when the user comes and hits it, he will get it in port number 8081. He is looking for the list of products. So maybe like I'm having get all method. So from get all method, we are auto wiring catalog service. In catalog service, again, we are having get all method or some method. We have auto-wired details. So it is going to details method, details class. There is a method show or something. This data is coming to get all. Get all is returning the data to catalog controller. From here, the data is returned to the client in the browser. This is what we have seen. Now, similarly, we are creating another microservice. The next microservice has info controller and only the service layer, info service. The info controller, I'm having get all method. Now, what actually it will do, as usual, this will call the service layer. In the service layer also, I'm having get all method. But how do I get the products? Do we have a database? No. So, from this service layer, using REST template, we are making a call. Okay. So, we are making a call to this catalog controller, same get all method. Okay, how does it know that it has to go to get all method? Based on the URL that you have given, /product catalog you have given. I don't know. See, that's the beauty of microservices. I don't know what is there, how it is done, where it is sitting. I really don't know. Simple thing. Assume that I want to buy something. I mean, like, okay, I want to get some items. So what I do is I ask my son to buy it. But rather what he is doing is he doesn't want to go out. He is asking some other service like Zepto or Swiggy or whatever, like Instamart, whatever. So he makes a call to the external person. How Zepto or Blinkit or Swiggy is going to bring the items, he doesn't know. Where it is stored, he doesn't know. He is just asking for 2 packets of milk, 1 packet of curd, based on the brand, whatever it is, like he is giving it. So it is making a call and the data is getting delivered. Once the data is delivered, it is given back to this client. Okay. So this client assumes the data is coming from this particular service. This is a different service, completely different service. So this is a separate service and that is a separate service. Okay. Can we access both the services?
Actually, I have one doubt. This REST template, it should be created in caller service or in call service?
Caller service. Who is going to call? REST template is like a caller. Okay, this fellow is going to call other services. So in the service, you are calling it, creating it. Where did you create? You have created it. Now,
okay, we need to create it in the info service, right? Package,
exactly.
service package.
Exactly.
Okay,
Now, what?
In service package, exactly in implementation class, we need to create.
No, how do you create an object of REST template? REST template is an inbuilt class. So we have given the bean definition in the main class or in the configuration class. Got it?
Okay. In main class, we need to provide it.
Exactly. Okay. Now one question for everybody. Now what is this? This is the client. You all know about client server architecture or whatever. The React application is the client for the microservice application. Microservice itself, okay. One simple thing. For the outsider, I'm a client. Okay, now I want to go to the doctor, means to the doctor, I'm a client. Now within my house, I have my husband, I have my kid, I have my maid. So if one person is asking question to the other person, the person who's asking the question becomes the client. If I'm asking my son, how is your studies going? What are you doing? Where are you going? What is up? Like if I'm asking, he is supposed to give me answers. So it means I become the client. I hope you all can understand. I am the client for my son. My son has to give me answers. If you are asking me question, it means you are the client. I have to answer you. So the scenario is like this. Here, now these are 2 services. Now assume I'm creating the third service, a cart service. Cart service I'm creating. Now this cart service. So for product catalog, product info is the client. So when I am a client, I use REST template to connect to the other service and get the data. Now there is cart service. Cart service means what? After seeing the items, I want to add the item to the cart. So this cart service will connect to product info. This means what? Cart service becomes the client to product info service. This means what? I have to add REST template here also. So when you are having multiple microservices, when one service wants to connect to other service, it means it is mandatory that it should have REST template. So as you told, card service becomes the caller service for product info. Product info becomes the caller service for product catalog. What about product catalog? It is an end service. It is not going to call any other services. I hope the flow is clear. If somebody is calling me, they become the client, I need to provide data. If I am calling somebody, then I am the client, they have to provide data. When I am calling, I will have REST template. Okay?
Yeah, it's clean. Yeah.
Now,
Yeah, I have one doubt actually
Yeah.
here. Suppose this is not the correct example, but in the place of card service, if I want to get the data from info service as well as the catalog service, so in this card service, can I give the two URLs?
Exactly. What is that called? Aggregator service. That's what
Okay.
we are discussing now. Like that, exactly. See, here I'm having product info. See, many of you asked, why are you having the same methods? What I'm saying is, this is a service which is having few methods. This fellow also can connect to inventory service. When the client is asking for a list of products, I cannot give the products which are not available. So this product info service can connect to catalog, can connect to inventory. So you can have that many number of URLs.
Okay.
Not that one single service will go and call only one single other service. No. This fellow can connect to multiple service, gather the data, perform some business logic, and then send it to the other end.
Okay, sure.
Got it, na? Okay. So now what we have done, we have completed this part. We have completed this part also. Let us check the URL. What is the URL? So we need
How to add the two URLs here, like in
here simple, like see here. In product info service, just go and add the other URL. Which method you want to call? You call call two services. Okay, how do you call two methods from two different classes? You create two objects of, you create objects of both the classes and you are calling it. Same way here you will call the URLs.
But how it will come to know which service is hitting first and second?
See,
If you give two URLs, right? So
Ah.
how will come to know whether which URL is hitting first and second?
See, now see here, I am giving two URLs. When the hitting the service will happen, only when you are calling it will happen. Assume now I am having one more service, product inventory service. Let us have it as product inventory. And assume this is running in port number 8083 or something, I don't know. Like, okay, we will have it as inventory service. Now this is going to be product inventory. Assume I'm having these two services. Okay, in which place I want to show? In case of list of products, I need to do. So I am getting the products data from product catalog. Now what should I do? I have to iterate through this list of products, get the product ID and check whether that is available in the inventory service. Means you are just going to compare and check what is the stock. If the stock is available, you are going to add it. Can you understand? So how it is going to get hit? First, it will enter into the service. It will get the data. It will come with a list of products. Now again, let me create the next service. Next call. Now what I will do, I will add as inventory.
One question, ma'am. In that case, we need to have the quantity as the one of the attributes in the product or no?
No, not required. What I am saying is, I am having an inventory database. I am having it as separate, which is going to have only the product ID and the list and the total quantity of products that are available, stock. So as in my inventory table, I will have product ID and the quantity, how many products you want. So only those two attributes are there. Now what I will do is, I will iterate through these products. For that particular ID, I will get what is the stock that is available. If I want, I will add the stock also to product info and maybe I will just do it and I will show it to you. During the break, I will do it and I will show it to you.
Yeah, it will be really helpful. Yeah. Confusing actually. Yeah.
Yeah, seriously, I'll just do it.
Yeah, thank
now
you.
I'll just comment this one. We don't need this. I will comment it. Now, let us frame the URL also so that it is easier for us. Go to the catalog info controller. Here, we need to frame the URL. I assume that it is running in port number 8082. So the URL is info-service and product info. Okay. Control C /category / now path variable is next one is category, so we can have it as sports. So this is /product ID /1. Okay. Now I have copy pasted and I have shared it in the chat window. Info service -1 you have given. Have you given it like that? Please check it out. Oh, the number of lines are more. Okay. Except the first 3 lines, I have just copied and I have shared the code. Okay, what next? Copy YAML file. So go to the main class, sorry, go to the other application, application.yaml, copy it and add it in the resources folder. After that, open the YAML file. Now give the name as application name as product-info. What is the purpose of this application name? Only with this name it will be registered. If somebody wants to call it, they will have to call it only with this name.
It's like identity for the microservice.
Yeah, very good. The name identity for the microservice, if anybody wants to access it.
A combination of host name and port name. Remember to change the port number also. Save it. Select the main class. Run the application. See guys, actually now you cannot do this because you know already these are the applications which are up and running. We have not yet started this one at least once. When you are running it, you will get an error. Not now, while checking. So during that time, we will test it. No issues at all. Run as Spring Boot app. Click OK. You should have both the services shown. Why this? See, okay. Guys, can anybody check out and tell me what is the problem? In the second case. It should come product info, right? The mistake that I have made is it should come as product info. Why it is coming it as product blah 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 what? Because I forgot to remove this.
Oh.
So please be very careful. If you are having application.properties, it will take the name only from there. Now see, I want to relaunch the application. Already the application is up and running. Do not click on the screen button. Go here, click on relaunch. Don't click on it directly. Click on the cursor next to it. Select that and click run it. Now for us it is in the first place. So we are running it directly. Okay. Refresh. Now it is changed. Now 8081. Check both the services. So in this case, it is product catalog. Catalog service -v/catalog. I'll copy the URL. That's better. Product catalog, Control C.
Control V. This should work perfectly fine. It has to return me the list of products. Now, so this is working fine. This is the catalog service which we have tested already yesterday. Now go to Eureka, select product info. It should show 8082. Now you can copy the URL and paste it. Check and tell me whether you are getting it. Now it is supposed to make an API call to the other microservice. So it is localhost 8082 info service /v1 /product info. Enter. You should get internal server error. Why? Let me go to the application. Maximize the console. If it is not seen anywhere, window, show view, console. Somewhere my console is sitting where?
Right side.
Here. Yeah, sorry. Now let me maximize the console. Let us open product info service. There is a huge exception. Scroll up to the top. It is saying that unknown host exception. We learned that we need to use product catalog. I mean, we are supposed to use the name of the application. Here I am providing the name of the application, but still it is not able to identify. Whenever you are creating a REST template, you need to create it as a load balanced client. Already we have seen that when more than one instance of the same service is running, the REST template client or the client is responsible for identifying the appropriate service instance and call it. Can you understand what I'm saying? Now in my case, catalog service is running only in 8081. What I can do, I can run 3 instances of the same service, 81, 83, 85. Now, it will then REST template will behave like a load balanced client. So it means every time it behaves like a load balanced client, because you have not added that, it is saying that I'm not able to identify it. So go to the main class of product app info service. Here, 2 things we missed. I forgot to add enable discovery client. Enable discovery client and add at load balanced. At load balanced.
So this load balance, in the sense we are using load balancer.
By default, there is a Spring load balancer ribbon which is activated. Okay, so based on that only it will pick and choose the appropriate service instance. It is behaving like a load balance client. Even if you are having multiple instances, it will automatically happen. Now in this case, you need to tell that please behave like a load balance client, or else it will not able to identify.
Okay, but why we didn't add in the product catalog service?
Tell me why we did not add. Who is the client? Who is the caller, and who is the person delivering data? Catalog is delivering data. I have to call catalog. I am the client. I see in case of catalog, I'm having 3 instances of catalog. So I am the client. I have to pick and choose one instance. So I have to behave like a load balanced client. In our case, we are having only one single instance.
Okay.
But for product catalog, we have only one instance.
Exactly. We are having
Why we need to balance the load?
By default, every microservice, every client for that particular microservice should be a load balanced client. Internally, it has to perform that action to identify the service. So that is why it is mandatory that you need to make it as a load balanced client. Even if you're running one instance or many instances, this REST template should behave like a load balanced client, meaning to say that it has to pick and choose the appropriate service based on the load balancer. You maximize the console and try to read from the console where you will be having ribbon, which is a load balancer. Now, okay, one more question. Suppose say in catalog, I'm having 3 instances of catalog. One is running in 81, the other one in 89, 80, 90. 3 instances are running. I want to know how REST template behaves like a load balancer. Programmatically, you can check which port number it is selecting, what is the URLs, how actually it is selecting it.
As I told you, there are different patterns available, either round robin fashion. Like in my microservice PPT also, I think it is there. I'm not sure whether it is available or not. I think it is there. Sure. So this is the load balancer. So the load balancer, what is the first thing? It has to ping and check whether it is available or not. How many services are running? All that has to be checked. Then only it has to start the communication. So that is why we are going for load balancer. See, there are different ways. Round robin rule. Availability filtering rule. We'll skip servers that are deemed to be circuit tripped. If there are faulty servers, it should not be using it. Weighted response time rule. It will check how fast it can return the data back to the client. So based on that, the REST template has to pick and choose the appropriate service instance. So that is why it is mandatory that you need to add this at load balanced annotation. Now relaunch your application from here or open boot dashboard. From boot dashboard also you can do it. Here, right click, restart. That also is fine. Now, without doing any changes, just come and refresh, you should get the output. How many of you have got the output?
Yes, ma'am, I also got. Ma'am, I have one doubt. Like
Yeah.
you told, like catalog service, if I am running different port like 801, 802, I just do that scaling from that product info service I am calling. So which one I should call? Because we are binding the
You will
URL
not
hard
call it.
coded.
Very good question. Actually, you will never call it. How do you call? How do you know it? Actually, just have a look in my code. You do see here. See here, you are having your product.
And we need to deploy
Yeah.
in the other server, right? Before calling that.
So I'm having my product info service and I have got multiple instances of product catalog service. Product catalog service 1 instance, product catalog service 2, product catalog service 3. Okay. Who is going to call it actually? As a developer, we will never call the port number explicitly. In the product info service, you are having a REST template which will identify one of this particular instance and call it. How it will know which one to call? So for that, there is an algorithm. Based on that, it will pick and choose one service and it will call it. I want to know what service is getting called means you can write that. In the controller class or in the service class, you need to auto wire explicitly discovery client. You need to create an object of, discovery client is already, you need to auto wire discovery client. I'll show you the code. I'll just show you. Which one? Yeah. Now see, I'm running multiple instances of the same service. I'm auto wiring discovery client and this load balancer client, with the help of which I want to know which port number is selected at this particular point of time. If I have to do that, I have to check what are all the services that are running, what are all the port numbers in which it is running. So it will show you what are all the port numbers, what is the host number, what is the instance ID, what is the URL. Complete details of your other microservice will be taken. So the client can get the complete details of the other microservice where multiple instances are running. What is the port number? What is the instance ID? And if I want to pick and choose one, that also not select what it is, but I can get what it is happening. See, load balancer client is responsible for choosing book service. Which port number it has selected, which host, those details you can. So we are not going to select it. Internally, REST template uses a load balancer. The default load balancer that is used is ribbon. That you can see it also in the console. Okay. So I hope it is clear for everybody, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Now we will quickly take a break. Guys, I will share you a form. Please try to fill it during the break. Then we will start with, yeah, we didn't check the output. Wait a minute. Yeah, we checked it. Yeah, we have checked the output. So before you return back, I will create one other service like a inventory service, what we discussed, and we will try to do it. And I would like to know how many of you got the output for this. Please give me a thumbs up.
Ma'am, please check for category also.
Oh, yeah, sure, sure.
Can you share the controller?
Yeah, sure, sure. Okay, you want to check for category and you want to share the controller code also, right? I'll minimize this in product controller. From AutoAdd, I have copied and I'm sharing it. Okay. Now category/category. I'm getting it. Any error you are facing? Product ID/1. All the three are coming. Yeah, very good, excellent. I have shared everything. Guys, I'll share you a Google form. This is just to know like about your expectations. Wait, let me check it where it is. I'm sharing it here and also in the group. Please try to fill the form. Let us take a quick break. 5:10 we will meet again. So I will show you how to use that inventory service. I mean, how to communicate, have one microservice communicating to two different microservices. Yes.
Ma'am, I'm getting one error saying that no
Share your,
instances available for product category.
share
Catalog.
your screen, please. Yeah, share your screen. Wait a minute, let me make this as a full screen. Or else it will be difficult for me. Full screen. Yeah, okay. What is the message? Error message?
1 minute.
This is in registry. You have to go to the other one. No instances available for product catalog. So did you add at load balanced annotation?
Yes, I have added.
Scroll up. Okay, go to the main class at load balanced. Okay, go to the implementation class, product service implementation. Okay, scroll down little please. Product -catalog / down.
Excuse me, sorry for interrupt.
Yeah.
Form is asking access.
Oh, okay. Let me, I will just check it out. I'll check it out. Just a second. Minimize the console, please. Minimize the console. base URL list dot class. Info by categories, category base category slash concat.
I'm trying for this one actually.
This one is working or not?
No, not working for me this one.
Okay. I'll tell you. Go to the product catalog. Product catalog. What is it here? Yeah, YAML file. YAML file.
Product catalog YAML file.
You have given the name as product catalog service.
Yeah.
And there in how did you call it? Can you please check product info service implementation once? Implementation. Service implementation.
Okay.
No. Product.
Yeah, got it. I think the URL is.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Product info service implementation. Down.
Yeah, I got it, ma'am. I need to update it.
Base URL you need to change.
Yeah, I just copied from your end. I didn't saw my.
No. What you do is you either you have it like this or you remove that service here.
No, it's okay. I'll update here and implementation.
One will be with catalog, one is with the info like that it is. So check it out.
Yeah. Got it.
Okay, that's all. Yeah.
Thank you.
Guys, we'll take a 10 minutes break. I'll check this and I will let you know.
What is the front end that we are going to?
The front end is a Spring MVC application. After the break, we'll start with that. Before that, I'll try to complete the inventory service and I will give you the idea what you have asked for.
Okay.
Periyasamy, actually you need to change the port number to 8082. So please try to change it to 8082.
Oh, okay.
Maybe your port, the other port is occupied also. Not sure about it.
I have given 82 only, but 80 is coming.
Okay, can you share the screen?
Oh,
I think you run same application again, so that's why it came like
We'll
port is
see.
already exists.
uh, 1 minute. 8080, it is in product app info service. Can you please open the YAML file? Okay, open form.xml once, please.
there is a Lampa error sometimes.
No. Scroll up little bit. Load. Scroll up to the top. Okay, product app info service, correct only. Please open the application YAML once, please.
Yes, ma'am, that one is wrong. Yeah.
Which one is wrong? I didn't get you. Registry. Okay. You please remove the last one, like
Default.
a default zone, like the URL, whatever he has shared. Suraj has shared. Eureka-registry, the name that you have given. But that is not the issue. The issue is not there. Please rerun the application. Let us check. Maximize the console, please. Okay, pull it to scroll up to the top and pull it to the left. Pull it to the left still more, please. What is the information? Sorry, right, sorry. Okay, can you please open the main class? The thing is actually, yeah. Package Explorer is there, yeah. No, he has given 8082 Suraj, so it has to come like that. Open product info, please, on the top. Product info, com.product info, open it. Open the main class. Only one class is there, right?
Okay.
How come it is coming like that? Okay, 1 minute, I will maximize my screen. Okay, please show me the package explorer once. Double click on project explorer, it will become big. Yeah, palm.xml application.yaml. The catalog one is running, right?
Right.
You're having, okay. No, why every other application is?
No, but
Oh, it's already running. It's already running. That's why you are getting it. Okay. So this is what like you see now, like Suraj. This is what actually we told like catalog is running. You are trying to rerun the same application, it is giving error. So please open application.yaml. The problem is there only. Please open application.yaml. Application.yaml. So you can remove that localhost 8761 and just give it as Eureka registry. The name that you have given. Port number 8082 is not taking, means it's not considering the YAML file at all. It means that huh? Guys, now the registration that form is fine. Maximize the console. How come it is not coming? Post tools. Pull it to the right. Okay.
some error. Okay.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Error.
But it shows, right, the Tomcat in which port number it is running. Can you go above?
Okay.
Now scroll down below and show him the port number. Port number, it is saying that it is 8080, but he has given it as 82 only.
But earlier it got 8081 was already in use, right? So
Yeah, because he already ran the application, he reran it again.
yeah.
He was saying 8081 is already in use, but he is not running it in 8080 at all. When it will come is if you have created your application as a var. That's why I wanted to check pom.xml. In pom.xml, he has given it properly only. Just give me a second. Guys, you try to solve his error. One thing, the form is also ready. You can check it out. Give me some, just few minutes.
How to stop all the things first?
Go to boot dashboard. Open boot dashboard. Go to here on the top, boot dashboard. Okay, select it and you can stop it. Pull it down, like it will be there. Local, open local. Double click on it. Yeah. Select all the three and you can stop it. There is an option to stop also. Okay, you want to restart, means restart. Or else on the top there is a red button that also you can use. Give me just 2 minutes, like I will. Guys, we'll start by 4:20. Sorry, 5:20.
Run those applications once again.
Again on.
Yeah.
Okay. Where is the console?
There's search and search bar icons. Here, right side search bar already there.
Yeah.
Right corner.
Right corner on top. You see
Right corner. Right corner.
debug,
Right,
debug.
not left. Right corner.
You see this
Right.
spider symbol is there, right? Right side. You get
Right
cancel window.
Right,
You see here into
right corner.
right corner into.
Minimize and closing. The search button is there. No search. Right corner. Search here. Console. Type console. Enter.
Go above. Go above. 1 minute. Tomcat initialized with port 8080. Go to this YAML file.
Project Explorer.
Can you remove those two?
Which one?
The what? Register with Eureka and fetch registry. Remove those two.
This one.
Yeah. Save it and run it once again.
One thing like I need to add you, see, whenever you have to run the like this project, right, what you have made it, right? So on that time you have to restart, right? Because already we have one time we have
Oh.
started.
Oh.
So you have, that's why this error it came like already ports are exist, right? If you're
Okay,
doing
I'll
again
close.
and again, so like you need to change port number continuously, right?
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's why.
Okay, can we start now?
Okay.
Is it resolved?
Not.
Maybe last way, maybe I can help you out.
Okay.
Yeah, let me share my screen. Okay. This is my inventory. Show all stock. Okay, and in inventory service IMPL. Stock. And auto wired. Okay, quickly let me remove all this and add and implemented methods. Get all stocks return. Total stock dot show all stock. Control D, get by ID. So this is return. Total stock dot get all dot show all stock dot stream dot filter. Okay, so what is coming inside is a stock object. Yeah, sorry, an inventory object. It's here. Inventory dot get product ID double equal to product ID. Dot find first. Yes. So guys, actually, I have quickly created a product inventory service. Okay. In another 5 minutes, we'll move on to the web application part. So I have quickly created a product inventory service. So in this, first is the backend part. Like we need the model class. So I have given the class name as inventory, product ID and quantity. Technically, the data for this, I have to pull it from the database. I hope you can understand. There is a products table and there is also a inventory table, which is having the product ID, inventory, quantity. So many other parameters will be there. So it's like a one-to-one relationship kind of. So I'm pulling only these two data. So I'm having a class which is returning a list of IDs and the stock available. Right. Now in the inventory service, get all stock, get by ID. I have implemented it. Same, just like the previous case. Now in the inventory controller, we are having just two methods. So wherever catalog is available, control F, control R. So I'll change it to inventory. Inventory. Okay, replace all. Wherever it is available, I think it should be replaced properly. Product inventory, inventory service, get all. So the method is get all stock. For category, I'm not using anything. And for the second one, product inventory / product ID, get by ID, and optional, same good old story. We have used optional also. This is done. One thing is missing is port number. Port number, let me have it as 8083. I hope you can see that it is going to return the list of the product ID and the corresponding value. This is done. Now how to run it? Actually, I need to add in the main class. This class I don't want. Product app inventory service, enable discovery client. Okay. This is one other microservice. So this is the third microservice. Now select it, right click, run a Spring Boot app. Oh, sorry, I forgot to add application.yaml. Let me copy it from somewhere. Application.yaml. Here in resources folder, Control V. Open SRC main resources. Remove properties file. In YAML. This should be product inventory. Product inventory, which is running in port number 8083. Let me save it. Okay, we are running it for the first time. So select your main class, right click, run a Spring Boot app. Okay, now let us check the boot dashboard. The other one is also running. Now, as we discussed, it should be available in the Eureka registry. Refresh. Product inventory is available. Click on this.
The URL, I don't know, I'll copy it. Product inventory service. Enter. So it's returning me the list of products with their quantity. Now what you wanted is, so this is also up and running. Now in our product, so this is one service. Okay, I am having two services, catalog and inventory. Info service has to query both. From where it has to query? In product info service IMPL. Now the URL has to be base URL we wrote, no. So maybe I can have it as in URL, inventory URL. Product inventory service /v1/product inventory. We have given it properly. Now get all info. When I am getting it, it has to return me a list of products. So guys, actually what I want is, I want stock to be a part of this inventory, right? I mean, to this, a part of this product. There are many ways that you can take this application. Either you can check if the stock is available. If it is available, it has to return the data. If the stock is 0, it should not return the data. Number one. Number two, what you can do is like, I want to show all the products together with the stock. In that case, how to do it? So both the scenarios that you can think in that way. Now, what I will do is, REST template get for object, it is returning the list of products. Now in this, I will get one by one product ID. And what I will do is, I need to create a new object, which is to which I am adding the stock and I am returning it. Can you all understand it? What I am trying to tell? So meaning to say, here
Yes,
this is
ma'am.
a product info, no? Like so, let this be here. Control C, Control V. I'll create one other class. Control C, Control V. I'll give the name as product info stock controller. Just to differentiate, okay? Stock controller. Okay, let us not add multiple methods. In this, I'm just going to have, I mean, in the previous controller, I'm commenting it. Now, as of now, I don't need this. I need product info stock controller. So here we will have the URL as info stock, simply info stock. Okay. I am just going to have two methods alone, not this category also. Like, okay, let it be product stock. And see here, I don't want to have the return type as product. I want to have the return type as info. How you can do? What? Control C, create one more model class. See, what they are telling is, in microservices, it is not mandatory that you need to have the same class as that of the previous one. You can have a combination also. Like you can have multiple domain models, or you can add more properties to this domain model also. As in, now, if I don't want to change it, I can go to product. I will add private int stock. Okay, now let us see what is happening. So here in product service IMPL, I'm getting all the products. Now, products dot stream. Now what I want to do is, I want to get one by one product, filter by one product, and I want to add the stock to that one. So how we can do? Filter, one product is coming inside. Product dot get product ID. We need to use the other one also. This is going to be inventory. We don't have the inventory class that is created.
Yeah, name we have put a product info something.
No, actually, no, we need to create this class now. In inventory, whatever class we are having, we should have in info service also. We have added product. Together with that, let us add the inventory class also. Okay, import inventory. Now, what should I do? What I want is, I will tell you. You guys tell me how it can be done. I'm going to iterate through the products, one by one product. Now, when I'm iterating it, like I want to get the ID. Based on the ID, when a product is coming out, means I want to add one more property to this. String dot filter. What is the method that we can use? Actually, you need to do, you need to iterate through products. You get the product by ID. You need to iterate through the inventory. If the IDs are matching, then what you need to do is like you have to add the stock to this products. How it can be done? Get product ID double equal to. So here within this, I need to do a streaming of inventory also. Inventory dot stream within which dot no, yeah. Like this, how actually I have to do is I have to get all the product IDs and then the corresponding values. How we can do? Okay, this I will save it for the last. As of now, let us just concentrate on the MVC part. This I will do it and I will share it with you. The idea here is, I will just tell you, I am getting the products one by one. Then to that product, I need to get the, with that, I have to check if the inventory ID is matching. If both the IDs are matching, then from the inventory, I will retrieve the stock value and I will set it to product. That is the idea. As in, like, I want to do it with streams only. For, so here, you are iterating through the inventory, you are getting the ID. Okay, so here, okay, maybe we will try it in this way. Now here again within this, I will use another for loop for each, where I'm going to iterate through the product. Product, products. Now here I need to check if product dot get product ID double equal to inventory 2 dot get. We should write a proper logic, get product ID. Then if it is same, then product dot set stock as inventory 2 dot get stock, get quantity. So is that fine? So it will iterate through. So one product I'm getting, it will iterate through it. But actually this is not the right logic. If you notice, we are for every inventory we are iterating it twice. But as of now, like let us have it in this way. Okay, now in inventory service, this is my service implementation. Where is the error? Save all. Okay, just for get all product info I have given. Now let us check how it is working. Let me relaunch this application. Relaunch it from here or from the boot dashboard. Oh, I am sorry. I ran the other application. I need to run what? Keep the cursor here. Relaunch product info service.
So this way, this can be aggregator service. Like
Yes, exactly. This is an aggregator service which is connecting to catalog and inventory and then getting all the data, curating it and giving it to the other services. Okay, so this is an aggregated service. This is a design pattern also. Now ours is 8082 slash product info. No, the URL is wrong. Actually, we changed the URL. Here, product info stock controller. So I changed here alone as product stock. Yeah, the first one, info stock service. I should have not changed it. Okay, fine. Info stock.
Copy.
Yeah, copy this. Slash V1 product stock. Where 20 here.
83, I think.
Product stock. 82 only. 82, 83 is inventory service.
Oh,
So it is giving me an internal server error. Let me check. Maximise console. Yeah. This is because actually the return type, whatever is coming in, is in the form of an array. In your controller, the implementation. If you are returning it directly, then okay, not an issue at all. But if you are going to get it in a value, the return type is product square bracket. Here the return type will be inventory square bracket. So it is going to be yes. Okay, I'll relaunch product app info service. Cancel. Okay, see 1 minute here. I'm getting the it is product dot set stock and we'll create a temporary array. New array list. Okay. And then product dot set stock. Then I will add it to product list. Product list dot add the product. Okay. Then return finally it has to be return product list. Okay. It is coming, but what is happening is it is iterating twice. So you need to use JSON ignore and so on. I hope you all can understand this. It is returning Samsung and it's also stock. Can you see this one? Every time it is adding multiple items. Here in this case, I have added here control X. First for product inventory control V. Correct only now. No, control Z. Okay, so I hope you can understand this part at least. Like how you can call two different URLs, two different microservices, get the data, aggregate it, perform some logic, and finally return it back. And remember, if you are going to perform some logic, it is mandatory to know that the return type is an array, not a list. You have to get it in a variable and then you need to iterate it. This logic, what it is happening is it is like a inventory is same, but you are iterating through it. You are checking for it. So multiple times the iteration has happened and the product is added again and again. Can you see that? The output. Product name, mobile, laptop, speaker, everything. And again, product name from here, again it is starting, see, from this place. mobile, laptop IDs, stocks. So that logic has to be refined. That we will do later on. Is it clear, everybody, till now? Can you please give me a thumbs up? We'll proceed further for the other one. MVC application. Quickly, we'll create the MVC application. Shall I proceed? If you guys can give me a thumbs up, that will be great. Now I'm going to work with the other controller only. That is info service controller. And in products service implementation, I have done so many things. I don't need anything like return. Okay. Now, I think we will proceed further for creating an MVC application. So you all are having Tomcat. So what you need, we are going to use Tomcat also in this application. So first is go to File, New, Spring Starter Project. Okay. This is a web app. Product app hyphen. Web app hyphen client. Please do it slowly. This application is a var. Please select Maven. Those things you need to remember. Please select Maven. Yeah, map also you can use. Yeah, I forgot literally. This I have done. Yeah, okay. Please select var. Here it should be var. And simply we can have it as com.product app. Yes. Click next. Remember, it should be var. Again, I'm repeating, it should be var. What we need is just a Lombok and web. This is an external application, not having any relationship with this application. So it's a Spring Web and Lombok. Nothing else is required. Click next and click finish. Okay, now if it is ready, I will tell you the flow of this also. Yeah. Let me explain the flow. See here, please. This is an MVC application. What I want is, I want the first page. The first page usually that will be created is index.jsp. But okay, so where will you create index.jsp? Because this is a var, you will have a web app folder inside which explicitly you need to create web-in folder inside which you will have all the pages. I don't want to expose the, index.jsp can be added directly inside web app also. Index.jsp. This means it will be visible. One thing. Okay, when I'm explaining, guys, you need to do one more thing. Like people who have done together with me in 15 days challenge, you would have got it. We don't have JSP at all in Spring Toolsuite. Why? As I told you, people are not creating MVC application. If at all they want to do, they use time leaf. Okay, time leaf, with time leaf, they show the front end part. Now we are going to work with the basic JSP. Please go to help. Select Eclipse Marketplace. I want everybody to try it out. The reason being, we don't have a a wizard for creating a JSP page. So explicitly you need to download it. It will not take so much of time. And our application also will not take much time. The idea here is I just want to show you the complete data. Okay, now go and search for JSP. Search, click search. You need to click search. Here you are having Eclipse Enterprise, Java and Web Developer Tools. Now click install. Go with the default and install it. Please go with the default.
and install it. Whatever it is asking you to install, just like that, you can install it. It'll ask you to agree something and all will happen. Go the default, install it. Once it is installed, you need to restart your application. Let it continue. Meanwhile, you can just listen to this. Remember, whenever you are having a web application, you will have a web app folder. The web app folder is the one which will be exposed to the client, and inside which you can add the JSP pages, HTML pages, and everything. I don't want to expose any of these pages, means within web by enough, you can create a folder as views. Inside views, we will be creating the pages. Now, when what I want is, in the first page itself, I want to see all the products. Means when the client is coming and opening this application, during that time itself, I want to see all the products. So how it is possible? Here only I want to see all the products. Meaning to say that the moment the application is running, it should not hit this URL. Directly it should make an API call to the microservice. That is, when I give slash, like web client slash. So what it will do is, it has to enter into a method. Please understand, this is my JSP page. Forget about the JSP page. It has to enter into the controller class, not REST controller, controller class. In the controller class, I will create a method where the request mapping is slash. From this, what I need to do? I need to make an API call to the original microservice application. So if I wanted to do a gateway API, we didn't have time. So what we will do is, like from this, okay, it has to go and call the microservice application. Already we have learned we should not do it directly. We should go to the service layer. Again, as usual, you will have a service, interface, and implementation class. From the implementation class, using REST template, you will make a call to the backend. Okay, to your microservice ecosystem, which is your product info. If you are having a gateway API, you will hit the gateway API. Gateway API will hit product info. Product info will aggregate the data from inventory and catalog, get the data and come back. Come back and it will return to the implementation. This fellow will return it to the controller. Controller will return it to home.jsp, to this JSP page. So where is this JSP page available? It will be inside views folder. The file name will be home.jsp. Okay. So now we will start with the controller class. Shall I proceed? Have you got it installed?
Yes.
Yeah. So now we can proceed. I will, don't close any of the application. Remember, this has to run using a server. So explicitly, we need to add Tomcat server to this workspace. First, we will do that. Go to Window, Show View, Other, go to Other. Here you need to search for servers. Select servers. Click Open. You will get a window like this. Now click on this. Open Apache. Select 10.1. 10.1. Okay, if it is not shown, please pull this window down. It will be something like this. Pull this window down. Select the server type. Select 10.1. Click Next. Now you are having Tomcat installation directory. You need to provide the path where you have downloaded Tomcat and you have extracted the zip file. So go to Browse. Now I have it in my downloads. Tomcat. Remember, it should be before bin. Do not include bin. But if you are having one level ahead, that also you need to add. You should not get any error here. Click Next and click Finish. If you guys have got it, and if you are having this, then fine. Like, where is my servers? Window show. Server should be somewhere available here or here, right hand side. No.
window show view servers. Now you should have it like this, in this way. If you want to test it, select it, right click, start. Actually, Peryasamy, if it is not working, what you can do is go to the task manager, search for this particular process and kill it.
Okay.
Yes? Okay, your server should be up and running. If you guys have got your server up and running, please give me a thumbs up. If the server is running. Okay, what about others? Guys, if you have completed, please put a thumbs up. The server should be up and running. Peryasamy, what happened? Like what about the Tomcat server issue? Sorry, the port number issue.
It's an office system, so that is a port issues like that. I think
So now is it fine? 8082 is running?
no, madam. I'll restart after that. I'll put message in WhatsApp.
Oh, okay. Actually, what you can do is there is a command. I will just share it with you. There is a command called as task kill. Explicitly, you can kill the task actually. Wait a minute. I have that one. In D drive. See, I'll show you. Kill. So here you can just try this out. Task kill. PID, and you can just pass it on actually. First is this line. Netstat ANO find in which port number that is running. Then next is task kill. I'll copy this. Find 8080. Then task kill. You need to, instead of that number, you need to pass the process ID what you have got and then kill it.
Okay, put it in chat.
Yeah, I have put it in the chat window. So it is something like this task, netstat ANO pipe find 8080. What is that I have missed? Hyphen I missed. Okay, so it's showing me the port numbers. Can you see this?
Yes.
It's showing that, I mean, the process ID. After you get the process ID, just you task kill /PID space 18312 space /F, capital F. It has been terminated. My Tomcat server would have been stopped. Okay, now guys, I hope like we'll proceed further. Your server is starting means let us create the class quickly. Okay. Oh my God. Window show view package explorer. Yes. Now please open it. Select src main Java. Select your package. Right click new class. Let us create the controller class. Dot controllers. It is a simple product controller. So let us have it as product controller only. Okay. Click finish. This class should be annotated with @rest controller. Okay.
Controller, not.
Yeah, sorry, at controller, sorry, at controller. Now guys, here we are going to add one method, public, some method which is going to return all the products, get all products. So the return type should be a list of product. This means I need to have a product class. The product class that is either same as that of the previous application or yes, with few more properties also. Okay. Now it will give me an error. So I will copy the product class from catalog service. Okay, you can copy the package itself. Okay, I have copied it. I will rename the package name. com.product-app.model. Okay, now, okay, what is the URL for this? First thing, remember what I told us, like the moment the user is running the application, it has to directly come and hit this method. So the mapping should be at get mapping just slash. Okay, what should be the return type? The return type is not the data. It's not going to return the response. It is going to return the name of your view page. It can be JSP, it can be time leaf, it can be velocity. So the return type in this case, it is a string. Sorry, please change it to string. Okay. Now we need to write the code for this. Before that, which page I want to go? I want to go to home.jsp. Just to give home. Return home. So this means I need to have a JSP page. Where will you create the JSP page? Now let me scroll down to the bottom, open SRC. In the bottom, you will have SRC main web app. Within which inside views folder, we need to create the JSP page. So select web app, right click, new JSP. It is not available here. Click other. Search for JSP. JSP file. Click next. Okay, now if I create it, it will come under web app directly. I want to add it inside web-inf / please follow the syntax as such. Web-inf / views. Views is a folder within which you will be having all the view pages. It can be views or it can be pages. Remember, it is not web underscore, it is web-inf all in capital. Now let me give the file name as home.jsp. Okay, now it is created. But how actually this controller will know that where the JSP page is available? It has to come inside web-inf views page, right? So all these details, we need to add it in the configuration file. Okay, so how to add it in the configuration file? Just to select SRC main resources. Here also you're having configuration file. It is application.properties. Either you can use this or create a YAML file. So let me create a YAML file again. Application.yaml. Enter. Now here I need to provide what is the prefix and suffix. That is, so where it has to go to home.jsp. So I need to provide So I will explain it there only. My stylus is not working. It's taking time. See, I need to provide what is the where exactly it is available. Actually, this page is inside web-inf / views / home.jsp. This is the URL that I am having. I mean, this is the place where my view page is available. Okay. Now, how can I even know this? I need to inform the dispatcher servlet to look in for this page. So we need to provide prefix and suffix, which are the two properties. Search for it, just to give mvc.view.prefix. Okay.
What is the meaning of it? The dispatcher servlet first will go to the controller. In the control, I mean, whatever request comes in, directly it will come and hit this. It will come to the controller. Here you are returning home. What is home? Name of the JSP page. It will take that value. Come to application.yaml. What is the prefix of home? It is /webinf/views. Remember to add the slash also. That is the value. Prefix that it has to add, attach before home is this value. What is the suffix of home? .jsp. Dot is also important. So in the next line, you can give suffix. Suffix is space .jsp. Okay, so this is very, very important to understand. Many a times, literally debugging becomes an issue because sometimes you may forget the slash or forget the slash. So the prefix of the view page is webinf/views. The suffix of this view page is .jsp. Okay, so we have created the controller, we have created the JSP page, we have got the home.jsp. Now, what next? From the controller, you need to call the service layer. Why the service layer? Why can't I call the microservice from here? You can do it, but that is not the right approach. So quickly, what you guys can do is create the service layer. Right click. So if you want, I will copy this and I will share it here for the controller. And also I am sharing the code of application.yaml. Then next is, now we need to call the service layer. So let us create the service layer. If you don't want to create it, guys, what you do is you go and copy from any of the application. Copy it and rename it. That's all. At least rename the package. That is more important. Refactor rename. It should be com.productapp.service. I have copied the service package from catalog. Function F2. Rename it to iProduct and product service IMPL. This also function F2. I'm just renaming the files. In iProduct service, all these methods are available. Later on, you can try it out. So I will just keep it as such. Okay, I'll keep this as such. Now the last one will return product, not optional. Okay. Now coming to product service IMPL. Now product service IMPL, remove everything. Remove the code, whatever you have got. Now keep the cursor, add unimplemented methods. What next? This is from this application, my dear guys, I'm going to connect to product info service. Meaning to say that I'm going to make an API call. You cannot do it directly. Usually you will have a gateway API which who will allow you to send it to the next page. So you need to give the URL of gateway API. Now we don't have that. So we will hit the product info service directly. So who is the client? Who is this application? Now this time product info service is one who is going to give you the data. This fellow is the client. So we need REST template. So as usual, go to the main class and create the REST template. Here you need to add the bean definition and create the REST template. That also I will copy paste it. It's 10 more minutes. We will just see how the data is coming here, and with that we can wind up. Together I'm sharing the code for you guys also. Oh, okay, I have shared the message to someone, to Suraj. Application.yaml controller class also I am sharing. It went to Suraj without my knowledge. I've shared all the code, the controller, the YAML file, and that netstand thing also I have shared him, it seems.
Yes, all done. Now, I'll close this. No need of at load balanced here. No need of at load balanced here because that's not our problem at all. Just create a bean. Within the microservices only multiple instances are working. So there you need load balance. Here it is not required.
And service discovery, do we need?
No. This fellow is an external fellow. He is completely an external application which is trying to connect to the application that you have created in the backend.
Okay,
This can be React, this can be Angular, this can be anything. What you need, what is that you need? What is the URL with what I want to connect? Where will you give it? Now quickly we'll go to the implementation and we will add it. Where is the implementation? Here. Product service implementation. Here only we are going to add it, the web app client. So first is add a REST template. First is AutoWire REST template. Add AutoWired REST template. REST template. Okay, that's all. Now what next? Okay, product is giving me a problem. Why? Okay. Now we need to call getAll method. What is that URL that we need? Same story. You need to create the base URL. Private base URL, string base URL. Base URL. This is a static variable. You can even have it as a static variable. Now I need to pass the URL. Can I give the application name? When you wanted to call book catalog from book info, you literally gave the application name. They are all interrelated. It means that within your family, you will have pet names, you will call with your pet names and everything. But outside, you will be known only with your official name. Same way, within the microservices, I can call it as catalog, info, blah, blah. But for an external application, it's only through the port number you will get to know. So as I told, this fellow will hit the gateway API. Gateway API will connect to the backend using the application name. Okay. So now here we don't have any choice. So we'll have to give the application name. So go to what is the URL? I want to connect to product info controller. Here, product info controller. Now this is the URL to which I want to connect. Control C. Control V. That's it. Now here again, use REST template. Remember, if you are going to perform any functionality, of course you have to do functionality. Why? Because after you get the data is in the form of list, means if you want to send it directly, send it. But if you want to perform some certain functionalities, means get it in an array, do some functionalities and then return it to the client. That's how you have to do. Assume I want to sort the products in alphabetical order. Do that here and send it to the controller. And from the controller, you will send it back. Okay, now quickly we will call it REST template dot get for object. URL is base URL, comma list dot class. We are not performing any operation, so directly you can give it as list dot class. And the second and the third method, it's very easy. You can copy it from somewhere else also. I will copy it from product info service implementation. It'll be the same only. Like if at all, if there is a change, you can do it. Okay. So guys, I will share this particular code to you. That is the service layer that I have added. Yes. I am copying the class service implementation class of the web application and I'm sharing it.
So I can see people are leaving, so quickly we will finish it off. Please share, add this, go to the implementation class, the controller class. In the controller class, now I need to call the service layer. So AutoWire service at AutoWire private I product service. Okay. Now when I call product service, it has to return me the list of products. So list of products is equal to product service dot get all. I cannot send it to the client directly. I need to attach it to a model. So add model, or you can use model map, whichever is you want, you can do it. Remember to import it from Spring only. Then model dot add attribute by passing the dummy name as products. As if you are familiar with the MVC, you might be knowing it. Or else just understand that this is the code with the help of which we will be connecting to the front end. Means a request comes to the client, directly it is hitting the controller, from the controller to the service, from the service, it is going through the gateway API to the backend application, microservice application. Now I'm sharing that also. Sorry for going a little bit faster. Just want to show you the final output, how exactly it is going to be. So I have given a dummy name as products. So what it means, I can retrieve the products in home.jsp. So here, if you want to retrieve it, you need to use JSP based tags, whatever I have shown you. Just that is for actually like for good look and feel and all. If you are using a React application, how will you do it? Same story. In case of React also, you have a service layer. You will be using Axios library and you will pass the same URL. You will send the data. Sorry, you will send the URL, call the microservice. That will return the data. You will get it in the form of JavaScript objects and you will show it to an application directly. That will be really very interesting to work on also. Now, here I can create a table, blah, blah, all that are possible. We cannot write complete Java here. If you want to have it in the form of a table, iteration and all, you need to use JSTL tags, JSP standard tag library. So we don't have to do that. That and all is not required. I just wanted to show it in a nice way. That's why I have added. Now, as of now, simply give $curly brace products. This is the dummy name. This is not the original name. See here. This is the dummy name that you have given. You are calling it with a dummy name. That's all. So what and all you need is a JSP page. This is going to be your first page, but the client will not come to this page. He will, when you are using all the websites, right? None of the websites are showing the UI directly. It is going through a controller, hitting the backend application, getting the data, coming back, and then only finally it is showing the UI page. How do you run this application? Yes. How do you run this application? This is a var, web archive file. So select it, right click, run as, run on server. Select Tomcat server, click next. It should be here, click finish. Good. If everything is perfect, it is making an API call to the backend, getting the data, coming back, and it is printing the list. And you can see it in the console also. Maximize console. In this case, it is using Tomcat server. See how many applications we have created actually. Tomcat web application, info service, catalog service, Eureka service registry. You can open one by one and check. If you're having some println statements or logging, everything will be shown over here. Anybody got the output? Anybody tried together with me?
Yes, ma'am.
This part, yeah? Yeah, please give me a thumbs up, or if you got it, you can just give me a done message. Anyone? If you want me to show any package also, I can show you. Yeah, very good, great.
What about others?
Madam, actually, I'm having issue with the
Yeah,
product
bit-
backlog. Product backlog. Product.
you product catalog?
Yeah, yeah. That
Oh,
is,
oh,
yeah, actually, that model class is there, right? Means
you
product
want me,
detail. Yeah,
you
product
want me-
details class. Is there. Can I share my screen? I don't
yeah,
know
please.
why.
Yeah, please. You can share your screen. Guys, if you have completed and got the output, show me this. Give a thumbs up. If you want me to check also, I'm ready. You can, we can do it for another 10 minutes. Yeah, okay.
Are you able to see my screen?
No, I'm still waiting actually. I'm seeing a blank screen. Anybody can see his screen? Yeah. Finally, product is giving an error.
Yeah,
Which one is this?
this one.
In catalog, it is showing error.
Yeah, catalog. Yeah.
Okay, go to product class, please.
It is there. It is there on Lombok also. It is.
Okay,
there
product
on
name,
that.
product ID. No, actually, open the outline on your right hand side. There is outline. Open it, maximize it. Right hand side corner, outline. Below, outline. See, it's not added at all. You're not seeing getter setter methods are all right. So it means Lombok is not configured.
Yeah, but it is showing in dependencies actually. That's why.
Yeah,
But for here
Lombok,
it is adding.
yeah,
For the
yeah,
product
I can.
info, it is adding.
No, I can understand. Lombok dependency will be shown, but it is not recognizing in Spring Toolsuit. That is why we need to explicitly add it. Yesterday we have done, no, it will be added in. So that is okay, fine, sir. The
Okay.
problem is like what I'm saying is you need to explicitly add Lombok to your Spring Toolsuit. Because it is not added, it is giving an error. Yesterday we did a procedure. Did you see that?
Yeah. I didn't remember. I will watch the video and
Okay. Like what I will suggest you, if it is possible, try it out. Scroll down,
Yeah.
select that Lombok package.
In the repository, madam.
Yeah.
Dependencies. Yeah.
Right click, show in. No. Actually, I wanted to open it in Explorer. You guys are having old Spring Toolsuit, I think. Nowadays, latest one. Okay, copy qualified name. Now open to the System Explorer. Keep the cursor on the top. Keep the cursor on the top in the address bar. Control V. Enter. What about others, guys? You can also watch the recording and you can try it out. I would like to know, okay, what are the further steps I want to tell it? Is it opening?
No, madam.
Yeah,
Can I
actually,
go to users and I can.
yeah, please do that. Users. Repository. ORG, Project Lombok. Lombok. First, second one.
I need to delete it and again I need.
No, please double click on it. It will open. Or right click open with. Just give right click open with. Open with. Java first one. A new window should open. I think somewhere it is opened, I think in the bottom. You can check it out.
Or one other way is there, like what you do is go to the browser here, sorry, go to the address bar. Address bar, just keep the cursor there and no, repository. Ah, it's open. It's open. The bottom it is open, see. Click OK. Install update, click install update. Sorry, you will have to specify location. Specify where exactly your Spring Toolsuit is available. Search where you have installed it. No, next one.
This one.
Open it. Open it. Double click on it. Open it. And that green one. Select the application, click select. Click install update. You need to restart your Eclipse.
Okay.
That's all. Okay. Guys, I just want to know the feedback about the session. See, this is a workshop, so certain places I couldn't stop for you. Most of you are able to do it together with me. And also I want to know what next. Restart your application. Spring Toolsuit, you need to restart Spring Toolsuit.
Yeah, I will stop and again. Otherwise, again, I need to go to and then I need to close this. I will stop it.
No, what? Your errors are gone? Check in outline whether you are getting getter-setter methods. You will have to restart Spring Toolsuit. Close this workspace.
Yeah.
Okay.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah. Yes. Tell me, please.
Can you please share some resources to read more about microservices?
Yeah, I will try. I will just try to share it actually. Yeah. Guys, I would like to know more about, I want to get the feedback and what is the next step that you need to take. I will just tell you. A few of you are new to Spring, I think so, like spring-data-jpa. So before jumping into Spring microservices, you need to be comfortable with spring-data-jpa, Docker, how to containerize your application using Docker, and then proceed further for microservices. In case of microservices, whatever we have seen has given you a complete idea of what can happen, but that it's not enough. Let me share the screen.
I am stopping.
Okay. So yes. Actually, you can do Dockerization. Everything you can do. Whatever you are doing in Spring, that can be done using microservices also. Let me just open it. Actually, I am starting with a new microservice training, which will run for 4 to 5 weeks, including Spring Boot. Let me take it. I don't know where I kept. Oh my God, this is book. This is what we have seen. One minute, let me just take it. Just copy pasted. I don't know where I kept. Okay, so how many of you felt that it was really good? Please do share your feedback. I'll share the details also. Okay, guys, actually, I am planning to start actually a long training which will run for 4 weeks on weekends. So these are the topics that we will be covering. I have given it in a broader approach.
But internally, we will be seeing here also entity, repository, service layers. You would have done it as in a basic way. Just like how I have told, like we will do it in detail, one-to-one, one-to-many as a project. It's not like more than teaching, as a project we will be doing. Once it is done, then we will be going in for microservices. We'll be converting that project into a microservice, one single microservice. Then we will add on components to that. So I'm starting batch next week, 3 to 6. Same timing, because I felt you guys are good to go with 3 to 6. Morning also you get up late, and Sunday also morning you'll get up late, or after 6 also you guys will not be available. So I thought this will be the right time. This will be an in-depth training, just like how you have seen. So, and all the components of microservices, we will be doing it as a proper project. Okay. Yes. And I will share my Google link also. Like, please do share your please do share your feedback there. It will be of great help. And you have filled the form. Whoever is willing for the long training for 3 to 4 weeks, please do share your details in the group or DM me. Based on that, we will take it to the next step. So here, this is the time. Weekends, every weekends, like 3 to 4 hours every day, like literally 8 hours, 6 to 8 hours every week. We will be doing it. It will come around 25 hours, but will with complete value. Whatever you need to know about microservices, the components of microservice as a project, we will be doing it. Okay. And together with that, like I'm also creating a course for microservices. I've got few courses of Spring and spring-data-jpa. Few of them have got my courses over here. Like you'll have to, I mean, I think you have filled the form. If you guys are having any query, or if you want to attend the training, please let me know. Like I want to start it at the earliest. Okay. Let me share my link also. Any suggestions, any feedbacks other than this? Yes.
Ma'am, is that a paid course?
Which one?
The course you
Yes,
are
actually,
starting.
actually it's a paid course. I'm going to do it for 4 weeks, 4 to 5 weeks. It's a long week actually. Every week 8 hours. So totally 25 hours we will be doing it. Where it includes the complete project setup, doing the whole application. First learning, doing the project, then continuously doing the project. So today what we got is like just an idea of how exactly it can be done.
Where will it be available?
Which one? Can you tell me, repeat please?
Where will it be available? Because
No, actually, two things. One is I'm just creating it as a course. I've just started working on it. I've just created 4 videos. So literally it will come around some 30 to 40 videos. That is number one. The other one is I'm starting with a long training, long duration training, instructor-led live training, just like how we are having the workshop. And see, if you are a self-learner and if you want to do a self-paced course, once the course is ready, I will share the details with you. But if you want some hand holding and if you want to do it together with me in ILT, then next week I'm starting it. Maybe you can just get the details directly.
Ma'am, is it possible we can take the course, but if you can share the recording beforehand, and we can practice and then come in your class?
You want to take the course and also the recording, and also you want to come and do
No,
the
what I meant is like after the session you share the recordings, but if you can share if you have prepared the video, you can share the video beforehand so that we can practice beforehand and come in the class, so that it will be much easier for me.
Yeah, actually, if you are taking only the course alone will be there. Some support sessions every week we will have. But if you are doing the coaching together with me, the course also will be given to you. So you can watch the videos prior and you can come to me.
Okay, so if I'm taking this course with you,
Ah,
I'm a
coaching.
little confused. So
I will repeat. See, there are two things. One is if you are a self-learner, if you want to do the course all by yourself, you can do it all by yourself.
Few of my people over here, they have taken spring-data-jpa course and they are doing it all by themselves. That is up to you. But if you feel that you want to do a coaching and you want some, like you want a full stack coaching, or you want to do Spring and microservices coaching together with me, with hand holding, just like how we are doing, where you are sharing the
Yes.
screen, checking the errors done, that is
Mm.
instructor-led live training. So
Mm.
in that, for that training, I will give you the training. Together with that, the course also will be available for you as a support. So you today, if I'm saying that I'm going to teach this, you can watch the videos of the course, you can come back and you can attend the training.
Yeah, that's what I meant. That will be much easier for me.
Yes, yes.
Thank you.
And whatever, wherever standards, I mean, I just want to tell about my standards, especially the reason being, I'm a small player. I just entered into B2C only from last year. Till that time, I was doing only for corporates, little bit of YouTube videos, I was just adding it. But now I'm just entering into the corporates, that is doing public batches. So my standard is how I'm doing it in a corporate, the same way I'm doing it here also. If you notice in the workshop, none of the places I have used irrelevant coding conventions. So just like how a corporate needs, how you guys are working in a company, same way we will be doing it in the coaching part also. The including bonuses, like it will be in depth. I will not, I mean, I will go into each and every concept, what is needed for microservices. The bonus part of the coaching is little bit of Hibernate also I am including at the last. And I have checked in the other microservices courses where the big players like Edureka and Simplilearn are giving. They are not touching all the concepts what I have given. See, actually, I planned only for, let me be frank, I planned only for microservices training, because for me, Spring is separate. I feel that people who learn Spring, they are coming to microservices. But when I saw a few, course outlines from big players like Simplilearn and Edureka, they are combining spring-data-jpa with microservices, but the microservices part is very limited. It is more of Spring rather than microservices. But what I want is, I want to provide a combination of both, where you will be doing Spring, the basics of Spring you might be knowing, but the database part you will be suffering. So the database part using Swagger, then Dockerizing, then jumping into microservices. So that way I have planned it now, so that you are getting a combination of both, but still in depth of microservices. So maybe I will share the course line of my training part, my coaching to you. You guys, if you are interested, you can get back to me. Okay. I will share every detail to you guys in the WhatsApp group. So next week I'm planning to start. And if you guys are registering at the earliest, as usual, I told you, like, we will do it, and I'm not going to have a big batch. Mine is like, I want to concentrate maybe 10 to 12, not more than that. Okay. So once again, thank you so much. It has given me a great boost and a motivation because of you joining and you have for attending the session. Any feedback you want to share, you can unmute your mic and you can share it.
Ma'am, actually, can I share the screen for yesterday? I
Mm.
got a little bit. Thank you.
Yeah. Guys, if you want to share your feedback, you can share it. Or if you feel it is time for your family, then you can just leave. If you want to check the error together with me for Huma, you can do that also.
Ma'am, please share the resources.
Sure, sure.
So, ma'am, you can see it's from yesterday, and I'm having this problem, so I don't know what's wrong.
Okay, go to product class.
Product class.
Okay, see, the problem is Lombok only for you also. So what you need to do is, like, you need to go to their System Explorer.
You need to guide me, ma'am.
Yeah, I am guiding you. I am guiding you. Go to System Explorer. Means not here. Your folders, files and folders where you are having it. You please go there.
Yeah.
Go to see your drive. Go to your drive, C drive.
I don't even remember.
Okay, okay, no problem. Go to C drive. Go to your drive. You don't have drives?
Can I do it from here? C drive.
Yeah. Okay, now users.
Yeah.
Type users. Slash your name. Slash, just give slash. Your name is angry. What? No, just go to C drive. You are there, Huma. C drives Huma. Yeah. No, it's not available, mate, here. No, what you do?
Oh, I understand, ma'am. Yeah, it's like here, and it is.
Go to click on documents. Click on documents.
Yeah.
Yours is Mac, right?
Yes.
Wait. Actually, search for .m2 repository. You are having any terminal or something, you can search for it. .m2.
.m2.
Here it is there, see. No,
can
it's
see?
not. No, you are searching for web. You searched it in your system folder or something if you are having.
I am having it now. I forgot. Oh my God.
Okay, you go to your this Spring tool suite.
Okay.
Okay, now open Maven dependencies. Maven dependencies, yeah. Okay, see, it is showing the path actually. Scroll down, scroll down. Now select your Lombok. Scroll down, org Lombok.
Yes.
Select it, right click.
Which one? The classic core one?
Lombok, my dear. Next one.
Oh, yes.
Right click.
Yeah.
No, select that file. Select that, right click. Right click. Wait. No, you show in. Show in. Select, right click, show in. Not new, show in.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Maybe.
Open. Okay. It's not available. Click copy. Copy qualified name.
This one?
No, select, right click, copy qualified name. Now go to System Explorer. Go back. Now search for that path. Close Spring tool suite. Minimize Spring tool suite. Now search for it.
I have kept the. Oh my God. It should be here?
Search on the top. There is a search. See. Type it out.
User?
Control V. Control
User?
V. Control V.
Okay. Control V.
Is it pay? Enter. Just at least still select Huma Parveen. Delete the rest.
Even the users?
No, ma. Till Huma Parveen have it, remaining things delete it. Till Parveen. Delete rest of the things.
Long.
Wait.
At the end, it's long work. It's not going.